All right, man, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So today I'm going to be talking about Joe Buttons and Rory seeing each other at a concert and what happened when they seen each other at the concert. I think the Rory and Maul situation is fascinating, and I'm going to get into that a little more later on. But this comes courtesy of Chick Smooth channel. And yeah, so we're going to watch that video, and then we're going to come back and discuss. Got to get my spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. You know, if you are a subscriber, tell your friends and everybody about it. If you're not a subscriber and you want to subscribe, let me earn your subscription today. Also, all the beautiful ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. If you want to donate, links will be on the screen. Cash App. Please do not request money from me because I'm a broke nigga and I ain't got no money, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So don't be asking for no money. You know what I'm saying? So please don't request it because I just don't have no money to give you. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I become a millionaire, I'm definitely going to be sending people cash apps. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's going to be because I am a generous person. But either way, I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. One guy told me, he said, yo, man, it took you 3 minutes for the video to start. That's not right. Oh, I'm sorry, man, but I got to get my spill. I love you too, brother. I love y'all, man. Also too, man, I'm watching most of y'all, a lot of y'all not subscribed. Please subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It's fun over here. It's fun over here. But look, we're going to get right into the video, man. Let me hurry up because I don't want to get the guy jumping in the comments and say, yo, man, come on, man. Hurry up, get to the video. All right, so let's go.
Fellas, please, it's 2024. We gotta move on from this situation. The passive-aggressive, never-ending beef between Joe and Rory continues. Last weekend, Joe and Rory went to the same concerts. Both guys went out to go see Lucky Day in New York City. Which, by the way, shout out to Melissa Ford, man. She definitely put on a great performance. Now, I think one of the funniest part about Joe and Rory...
Yeah, so here's my thing with this whole Rory and Joe. Obviously, these guys still have some type of connection to each other emotionally. I think that this is something that they could probably get past if they was to sit down and talk about it. Because for me, this is going on and on and on, and it should be a time when you gotta be able to hash it out. So let's see what happens.
Beefing is that these guys still run in the same circles. From rappers to content creators to podcasters, friends, these guys are all cool with the same people. So every now and then, Joe and Rory are bound to run into each other. These guys even have the same goddamn taste in music. That's how much they're going to be forever connected. Now, yesterday on the Joe Budden podcast episode 749, Joe went on to tell a story about how he saw Rory at the concerts and nothing happened. Here's what Joe said.
You bumped into some people at the show. How was that? Did you say hello? Were you nervous? Were you unnervous? It sounded like you was happy.
Unnervous?
Who you bumped into?
Were you unnervous?
It sounded like you was happy in the video. Let's go, man. So you don't sound nervous, but still looks undeceiving. Did you see anyone that you knew?
Yes.
How did you handle that?
I didn't. I just watched the show. It was nothing to do.
Okay.
Yo, do y'all know I don't have no problem with nobody? Do y'all know that?
Yes.
I really don't have any problem with anybody.
I'll speak.
And I want to say this about Joe Buttons. Ever since I known Joe Buttons, well, I don't really know Joe Buttons, but ever since I known Joe Buttons, he's always been a straight up type of guy. No matter how much he hurt your feelings or whatever, he just been straight up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of it was a little embellished, but he's been straight up. And I think that Rory Maul, I think that issue with him, it goes much more deeper than what we think. Much more. And I think this is just the surface level of it.
I bumped into Rory at the show. It's my man.
Gave him that, peace, boom, boom. So I guess when he went to his seat, Joe saw him, noticed him, cool. And then after talking to Joe yesterday, I just had the question, like, what? I set it up here. What is the thing with you and old friendships that people like? It feels like it's a continuous thing, like not a problem, but something like there's still tension after years and years and years.
I want to say this about Amani. I understand that's Joe's friend, but, and I ain't trying to put nothing out there. I'm just saying, if I had a friend like Amani, I would always look at him with a side eye, because the friend of my enemy is not my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be cool with somebody that's cool with somebody that doesn't fuck with me. And not that they don't fuck with me. No, they really don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what makes me believe that this really ain't as serious as we think it is. It's deep, but it's really not that serious. Maybe one conversation could probably end this. But if it was really like that, then this guy, Amani, is basically saying, like, Rory, that's my man's. Like, come on, bro. And then on top of that, what really kind of like, I would say, like, strikes me, you know what I mean, a little bit here is that you're sitting here and you're saying that, like, that's your man's and all, but then you try to seem like you always got to side with somebody else when it comes to Joe and what he's going through. So it's kind of like you're saying, well, what is it about you in these friendships? Like, you putting Joe in the center of it as if he's the one. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. I remember Joe Budden said on one of his songs, and it always stuck out to me. He said, "I'll erase the past history like we never even met." He was talking about a female. But I think that also applies to everybody in his life, because I think that he's one of those type of people that I think that he probably can just X people out. But at the same time, I'll talk more about it. I don't want to keep holding y'all up. Let's go.
I think it's the way that I detach from people.
People take offense to that.
Yes. People that think that we have developed a lot of equity, a lot of experience, a lot of time in the relationship. The way I detach cold.
Cold turkey, you go?
I get cold. I get cold. I do it with my girl. I do it when I start feeling hurt or taken advantage of or some shit, I get real cold and I just don't feel anymore. So if we have all of these years of experience and years of just X, Y, Z, that can look away and come off away. And if you don't get closure for that or you don't heal from that, then you carry that for years and years and years and years. I think that's what the habit is. At some point, me and it stopped talking. I feel like there was something worthwhile there that at some point it was like, hey, nigga, let's kick it.
Right.
And if it ain't.
And I was just about to say that. It's the same thing with him and Ish. And it was all, I don't know about him and Ish. That's something that, because I didn't know who Ish was until you came to the show. But with Ransom, same thing with Ransom. They had beef. You know what I'm saying? It was up. They had beef. And they got past it. So I'm sure their beef went way deeper than Rory and Malls and him. Like, this probably was over some money or something, which can be alleviated really quickly. But this is much more than, because let's just finish it out. Go ahead.
Nothing worthwhile, it ain't nothing worthwhile here. But I don't have no problem with your man.
It's so funny.
I don't have no problem with your man.
So if he would have came and tried to have a conversation with you, would you engage?
I don't know about that.
You know what I'm
Because
processing?
I tried to have that conversation in the 40-40.
Yo, Melissa trying to get a word and they just cut her off. They just cut her off. He's like, you know what? You can have Oh, man.
An ice water fucking Mexican outfit for Cinco de Mayo. All of us went into 40-40. Niggas went over there, greeted him and everybody else over there. I went to do the same because I'm a man and an adult, and he showed his ass. You only get one time to show your ass with me.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean? Joe, this is the thing, man. Again, I've known Joe Buttons for years. And he's always been a straight up dude. He's never really hide his feelings on anything. And if he say he fuck with you, he fuck with you. If he don't fuck with you, he don't fuck with you. So if he's extending his hand, 99% of the time it's very genuine. Very genuine.
Yeah, okay.
You don't just keep getting times to give me your ass to kiss because you hurt. You get one time to speak to me like that. And if I love you enough to not knock your entire head off your shoulders, then I'm gonna just walk away and not speak about it ever again. There's no harm for me.
So for anybody out there thinking that it's on site between Joe and Rory, it's not. This is probably the 20th time that these guys have ran into each other since the breakup. There's obviously tension between Joe and Rory, but when you come back to the podcast and tell a story about how you guys ran into each other, that's when fans get to speculating and talking, which makes the beef seem bigger than it is. Now, I could be wrong, but Rory does not go on his own podcast and talk about when he last ran into Joe. If we're not cool, if we're not speaking, if we're not friends, let's not even bring each other up on our podcast. Now, after hearing Joe speak on their friendship, how things ended with them, whose fault it is that one party does not fuck with the other party, does not speak to the other party, Rory decided to go on Twitter to send a message to Joe. He posted this screenshot from a book. It says, "Blamer. People who blame everyone else for the problems in their life often have the most ironic wound of all. They secretly believe they are to blame for everything, but this wound is buried so far away that their protective self doesn't even experience it. It just constantly looks externally for people doing them wrong. Blamers freely offer criticisms about everyone else, but react quite badly when confronted with criticism." Now, it does not stop there. Rory...
No, that is definitely not Joe. Maybe he talking about somebody else, but Joe does not react crazy when someone criticizes him. He always says, "Tell me more." For the most part, I never seen him act belligerent over somebody criticizing him. I just never seen that. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe somebody could pull a clip up like, "No, nigga, it's right here. You see it? No, you were wrong. It's right here. It's right here." Like I never seen it. You know what I'm saying? But, let's go.
Also posted this page as well. Talks about manipulation, which they've accused Joe of being a manipulator. It says they use manipulation and blame to turn the conversation back on the other person. This entire scripture was Rory basically telling Joe, stop projecting, stop being a manipulator. These are all things that's been said by Rory to Joe during this entire breakup. And of course, in true Joe fashion, he had this response to Rory. It says, "Virgo, don't underestimate my ability to cut off people I love. I can cut off 10 years of friendship and family members who disrespect me. Yes, I'm the Virgo." Now, this is why some people say that these guys miss each other. If you constantly speak on somebody that you claim you really don't rock with, there's at least gotta be a small part of you that still got love for that person. There's a lot of people Joe does not fuck with, and he does not mention them on his podcast. And I'm with you guys. This breakup is draining. It's a cycle that comes up every 4 months for the last 4 years. If you're not gonna take the legal routes and take each other to court, if you're not gonna squabble when you guys see each other, please leave us out the group chat. Absolutely nothing has changed. Both parties still remain adamant that the other person did them wrong. I know you guys.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Do you have to squabble up, or do you have to take the legal route? Maybe this is the best route. There's nobody, it's like, it's draining to us, but they're not getting hurt. So what do you want? You want something else to happen? So if you're not going to do that, then y'all got to take it to the next level because we need something else to think about over here. We need something else to talk about. It's like, this is how they handling it. I can't be mad at Joe and Rory for not fighting or not going to court. Not saying you mad. I'm just saying, but yeah, so yeah, man. Go check out Chink's Move channel. That's be in the source. You know what I mean? Be right in the description. Yeah, man. I don't know about that squabbling up or going to court thing. That's just something I just don't think that is a good thing either way. But I think what they're doing is how they're handling it. I will say that sometimes friendships can be very complicated. I had one friend one time, and he ended up passing away. And me and him I used to battle rap. I'm just gonna put it like that. I used to be a battle rapper, and I was really good too. Look me up, Funeral Man. You know what it is. I used to be a battle rapper, and one of my friends, pause like it's dramatic. One of my friends, he battled another one of my friends, and I didn't really know who won because they battled on a radio. I had a radio show called Shadowcoradio. Oh, I'm letting y'all in some shit now. Oh shit, y'all gonna go start looking up shit. I had a show called Shadowcoradio back in the day, and one of my friends, they both was rappers, and this was when battle rap was it wasn't as big as it is today, but it was over beats, and they battled over. They picked their own beats, 3 verses, 3 verses, 3 verses. And it was 3 verses on one side, 3 verses on the side. So anyway, one of my friends, the other one of my friends, he ended up, to me, I didn't know who won the battle. And I was just like, well, I don't know who won. And he got mad at me because he was one of my hosts on one of my shows. And he got mad because I said I didn't know who won the battle. I have to listen to it again. So he stopped talking to me for like 3 years because of that. 3 or 4 years. And then one day I seen him and I said, yo, bro, like, you still mad about that? He was like, no, man, I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? I think that was messed up that you sided. I said, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to be honest or you want me to lie to you? So he was like, well, I mean, I want you to be honest with me. So he asked me after like 5 years, who won the battle? And I said he lost. And he said, you know what? I respect that. And right then and there, he grew up. He didn't say grew up. He was already grown, but he grew up and he grew past it. And then we end up becoming real cool after that. You know what I'm saying? Real cool. So my thing is, sometimes it happens like that. And I think that Joe and Rory was more friends than him and Maul. And Joe and Maul. I think Maul don't have nothing to do with Joe, but I think Rory, him and Joe probably could sit down and probably hash things out. You know what I'm saying? I believe they could. But either way, I'm sorry I botched that story. I know y'all gonna be like, man, your story was all over the place, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But anyway, man, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, man. You know what it is, man. Just like, share, subscribe. Hey, man. If you want to donate, you know what I say. Also, too, man, don't be requesting no money. Don't do that. No, don't request nothing. I ain't got no money. I'm a broke nigga. Until next time, nigga. All right, man. See y'all. Peace. Bye.